it's gonna start working.
Well, click on that and see what it says. Uh,
Test speaker and microphone coming out of here.
yeah, okay, you know what? I think we have the wrong one.
There's echo canceling.
One is it? This one?
That's what it's supposed to be.
All right, let's test. How do you test it again?
Test speaker and microphone. Coming.
Okay. Yeah. Microphone, same. But that, so was it this, is this it? The Logitech? So which one is this?
The
What are
echo
your notes?
canceling speaker.
This one here?
Logitech. Video.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Make sure we didn't just say.
There we go. Dave's here. Oh God. Okay. No, we.
See my audio.
Yeah.
When I tell it echo canceling speakerphone, same as system. Test speaker microphone comes out here, even on the echo cancel.
That's not picked up. On the feet.
So you can turn it on and off.
Just say yes on it. Okay, Brian, and we'll take a walk. Picking up from there, there. So. That's what I said. That's what I said. Show up over here.
It said it was on, but BT speakerphone connect.
Oh, it says not. Oh, so it's not connected right now.
I don't remember if it was blinking.
No, it wasn't.
Tap to set up
Connected.
BT
Okay.
speakerphone.
Remember it blinking.
I'm saying just
Yeah, I mean, just connect them.
so
I don't know why it's blinking. I don't think it blinked like that. It's true. That could be water. It's all now. It's the speaker. Where's the microphone? That's not a choice. It's 0% free.
right.
Yeah.
The wires broke.
Usually when it's plugged in over there at my desk and charging and it's flashing blue, it's picking up.
At least I don't think it's working right. That's like machine.
You were storing all this plastic inside.
It's like patient stuff.
Well, I think when I come out of here
Check 1, 2.
and
Where's the test?
right there.
That's what you want for the speaker. Oh no, you want this.
Yeah.
But I'll settle for this because sometimes after I've started a meeting, they
So that's the microphone too right now, which is pretty good. I mean, it probably. It's still going to pick it up. I don't know what's up with this thing, so. But I would turn it off now. If it does decide to work, it's probably going to screw it all up. So,
All right, so
that's
is
your
it
speaker.
that one?
That's your speaker
Okay.
and your microphone.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty close. You could wheel it a little closer if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear us? Oh, she has to plug it.
Oh yeah.
I
Speak
don't know
loud.
how to play with the cat. There.
Hang on, guys, if you can hear me.
That's part of the shot.
Oh no, I said something. just like.
Shake.
Could you please promote me to panelist? Somebody said yes. So,
Yeah.
To do this for all of them.
I'll make.
but
Yeah, they tried to make-
guys,
I think you told me that, yeah.
so now I
I have
have,
the problem muted, so I'm not gonna be able to say anything back to you.
I think they don't want to yet, but they could if they wanted to.
We can hear you.
You can hear us?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that thing's pretty good up there.
So I guess we'll
Is
do
that loud
that,
enough
but
for you?
sometimes.
I can hear you.
All right, cool. I shut it off.
Okay.
Just because otherwise, if it turns on halfway through, we just put it over here.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Glad you're still here.
Okay. We good?
What happened to the speaker?
We're going to use the TV. We can figure
It's up
out the
there.
button. So speak loudly, please.
We're February 12th. Make a motion. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Audience citizens? Guess we have to technically do, evening screen, although I can't see it.
I think everyone's gonna be, participant.
Okay, those, yeah. There's 40 Kensington Road, update.
That's
Ben.
Ben.
How's it going, everyone? So we finished drawings and specifications and we gave them to Doug. We made some revisions taking out CHRO requirements. Doug told us that those are not required. So we will revise the specifications and give them to him. Yeah, the documents are good. The project is going to be a success, going to be a good one. And finish up Berlin PD.
It's all your fault. Great, safe race. Starting to small. Stuff, but we just want to. Yeah. No, we can drop on, so. Yeah, this side. Basically, this whole thing. Part of it. Yeah. Our current on.
It was, I know it was 1.5 plus. So we're in there.
Go home. Sucky. Any wrap up of phase one of Gary, I know we talked about it last week, any other hanging chance as it works? No, just those close on items that put right on, sometime work with it. So you guys are working with it. Okay, one will close out.
Yeah, and Kevin told him money. I told him because he was following, he was checking with both of us, but the as-built survey is probably gonna be the biggest item. I don't know, but I don't know what you guys are gonna do with placing the petitions and all that stuff. That's it.
And minor stuff.
Yes.
Build it to just the data.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to sleep over that.
Yeah,
We're gonna do what we can to survey that one. I want to.
well, we're not doing any outside work on project number 2, right? So we could, whatever, we could get it done anytime. And
Yeah,
really, you
but I
know
mean-
what? It was repaving the parking lot. And it's really the 2 manholes for the oil water separator is outside. So that would be an addition, good to know. Yes, for him and So
So it's not like that.
we'll talk about it, talk about it.
All right, then we have an in.
Nope, now the weather's getting nice, so there's to get going. Please.
You just got another 2 weeks of bad weather.
So sorry.
Well,
Someone was talking about snow like next week, and I don't know, I don't want to mention her name.
well, are you going away the next 2 weeks?
No.
That's
Okay,
gonna be nice. We have an invoice from Chester Field for nine development, construction days, 28,500. Total contract, 145, balance 78 left. So 40% will come today. Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Element. The upgrade. Patrick,
that's Patrick.
you're up, Patrick.
Trying to find the mute button.
We can hear you a little bit.
Oh, is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So I got a field report from Ursula earlier today. She visited both schools today. Sent me some pictures of the mechanical room over at Hubbard. It looks like they have about half of the heat exchanger up, and the pumps, the set in the inertia pads, and the pads are grouted. She was also saying that they actually have about 50% insulation done on the piping. And the approach that they're taking, Save More, the contractor there, is it sounds like they're disconnecting the units. They're going through and disconnecting pretty much all the units, and then they're going to circle back and actually replace the units. Little bit of an update, Doug. I'm not sure if you saw the email come through, but it sounds like they had some issue. They took the unit out, but there was an issue actually taking the plywood out underneath it. Actually, I think you were part of the email.
You were on
And some
that.
of the tiles came up with the plywood.
Yeah, the original part of the school, we have massive, so we're gonna do a digest all day. Different tools, methods to try to salvage it from the sake of the plans. Make sure we don't have.
So what they're
Yeah, I think we gotta go. But
So what the contractor's planning on doing is kind of shifting in the building, where they're going to remove the units in the plywood. And actually, they did send out an email a little while ago about this shift of rooms. And that's pretty much the update for Hubbard. As far as Griswold, they have. Looks like 13 units are actually up and running. The new units, the unit vents producing heat in the classrooms. The pipe insulation is about a quarter of the way done throughout the building. They do have, I think it's close to 100% of the thermostats. The new thermostats are mounted, and they're going back and wiring them. Both projects, I believe they have the heat exchangers. Griswold, they just haven't gotten to starting installing them yet. Allstate did make us aware today that the trailer did arrive at the riggers. As of Tuesday, our meeting with Save More for Hubbard, they did not have confirmation the chiller was in yet, but it's due to arrive soon. Both projects, the electrical gear for Griswold is, I believe he said June 4th was the anticipated ship date, and they're need to do a shutdown of roughly 4 weeks is what they're looking at. I'm still kind of challenging them on that one. And in those 4 weeks, something that we're trying to hash out is they need to we need to come up with a temp power plan. They are in the process of doing that. They met with um, Doug, you were in the meeting on Monday, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, showing the panels, what areas they need to condition the space still. Um, Allstate is kind of pushing back on the cost for this, so I'm going to be calling for a separate meeting with them once they have an actual proposal. We know we need to condition the building. We can't have it offline for 4 weeks. That's way too long. So regardless, we need to get the proposal and see what kind of costs we're looking at for this. Their position is,
Well, we're in the summer. You're not getting there critical
Can't
June.
hear you.
what was that?
So you said, you're challenging them on the 4 weeks. What if the 4 weeks started the day or day after school ended, and it's summer?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the issue is we still have a building that needs to be conditioned, whether it's occupied or not. There's specific areas, and for 4 weeks, we still will have areas that will have staff involved.
Okay.
So Allstate's initial position is that they didn't carry this anticipate this cost. I looked back through some of our documents. There's definitely a burden on their end. I need to see what the pricing is, scan through some more documents and see just how much burden is on their shoulders for this.
So, what they initially had for $100 work. There's some critical areas. Some sort of cooling numbers, what the principal's office and that sort of stuff. We got comments with the portable mold in some of my areas.
Not sure what happened. We completely lost you guys.
Doug's speaking, but we can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Thank you.
Putting that aside, anything that's given you cause to think they're not gonna, that either will stay or say more, not gonna meet their schedules? Or if they're behind on their schedules now and need to catch up? Or are they right on target?
With the duration for Allstate, with this duration of the 4 week shutdown and the amount of time we have available and the work that has to be done after that, there is a little bit of cause for concern there. We need to keep close eye on their progress and how much they're pushing to get done electrically ahead of that work before, and hopefully it's just the switchover. Which, if that's the case, then once the switchover is done, which would be in July, then it's commissioning, startup and commissioning. So, Save More does not have nearly the same amount of shutdown time. It's a couple days. Their gear is expected to come in July, so we're still kind of looking at the same time frame when we'd be starting up and commissioning both of them.
All right, but in theory, that can happen because of two different crews working on two different areas. There's no overlap there, right?
Right. It's two different contractors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like you have a little bit of breathing time to make sure you get them going. So I think, once the summer ends, and if we're behind schedule, it's not gonna be prediction, it's not gonna be pretty.
Right.
So,
And just so you know, that is the plan. The last
Yeah.
day of, when the teachers leave, that's when the shutdown is scheduled to like kick in, to get the rigor, whatever they're gonna do. So that's the plan. So hopefully they get now, Ashley just pointed out, because of the snow days, it's getting pushed. So they lost a couple of days just for the snow days, whatever. But that's the plan. So the school is ready, bang, they start. But they'll be down 4 weeks.
well, they gotta be ready.
Well, right now they're having,
They
yeah.
get stuff down to make sure they start. Okay, well, sounds like you're on top of it, so.
Yeah, we're having their subcontractor electricians on the meetings every other week. We're going through, well, sub meeting afterwards on the process of the shutdown, any things that come up. So now this week was discussion about actually hashing out some details with the generator. What spaces are going to need to be conditioned? They met on site. What panels to feed from? So now we're just waiting on the details from United Rentals, basically.
And no concerns with gear not showing up on time, or those original dates still holding, or hopefully improving?
Those original dates are, I mean, they've improved actually. Originally, I think it was we were into July, I think, for Griswold's initial delivery date. So they improved by a month. We've actually started to see improvement on gear kind of across the board at this point. But I'm still, I'm not going to hold my breath that it's going to get any better than that. And also, if we still have to wait for the end of school anyway.
Right. But at least we'll have it.
Right.
That's very where we just asked up to look at worst case scenario as far as like how look backwards for fair.
Yeah. All right. Anybody, anything else?
No, that was it. No, I'm just trying to rack my brain if there's anything else. The only other one would be a new change order for Hubbard. It's a similar condition that was Griswold. I may be jumping ahead on you with the plywood underneath the unit vents.
Okay, yeah, I see a change order here for $4,942.27. And this is for what now?
It's there's plywood has been found and actually needs to go back under, be replaced under the unit ventilators in the classrooms to keep them in the same plane as the countertops. Essentially is what that comes down to.
Plywood shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I said,
Wanna-
I got.
Yeah.
I'm just
We
trying
went
to-
through the same scenario at the other school.
Price of plywood is the best. All right, well, we have some invoices and change orders, so we'll do them, unless you're all done. Are you all done, Patrick?
That was it for my update.
Okay. We'll do Hubbard first. Well, the first is the change order related to the plywood. Change order, first change order we have on the school, $4,942.27.
Oh, what should we pay?
Okay. You have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And well, somebody said something, sorry, okay? Oh, Rocco abstains, but he's not on. And also for Hubbard, we have a monthly payment for Newfield, $25,707.78. Favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Higher architecture. Job meeting, progress review date, coordination of open items, middles and RFI review, $1,531.25. Okay. Good. All in favor?
Aye.
And then we have payment to save more. Requisition number 7. Amount of $134,301.75. Signed off.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Takes care of Hubbard now with our Griswold. Did be a change order on Griswold too, or no? No? We did that last week, last month, I mean. Okay, anyhow. We have a requisition from Newfield, monthly requisition, $25,770.78.
Okay, second.
All in favor? Invoice from SES. Site visit followed by field observation report, $1,068.
Motion pay. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Invoice from Fryer, job meetings, progress report coordination, middles, RFI review, $1,225.
Okay, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
An application from Allstate Construction. Amount of $327,132.50, signed off by all appropriate parties.
Motion pay. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Take care of it. For now. Don and Orkin.
So Patrick's good?
Patrick, you go watch UConn play.
All right.
Thanks, Patrick.
Have a good night.
Good night. High school slab moisture review. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm only working on 240 Kensington renovation, so I am of no use for the rest of our projects.
So, think you watched the game then too, right?
All right, go watch the game.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Doing that.
Yeah, do after school.
Oh, it's
They're on right. Yeah, we were replacing the 4 areas near back to the manufacturer, so that's the bid will go out and then turning a full time so you can deal with that. Back with the vendor. Well, we'll kind of wait and see what is that. I mean, it's 2 days for the summer schedule. Get numbers back. So, the schedule is being put out as far as, we're planning to years, well, it's out for years. I think the intent is based on the numbers. That was changed accordingly. Yeah, but the board is okay, actually can weigh in what makes the most sense if the classroom plays 1 or 2 quarters. But
I just want to make, money is one thing, but I want to make sure that we're biting off enough, just enough that we get done. We don't want to take too much work and jam up the opening. So just whatever you think you're going to get done, a little less, just to make sure we wouldn't put another phase in if we have to. I just don't want it to interrupt the school start.
Yeah.
Finally, because there's always issues.
Yeah, right. That would be worse than not getting to it, fighting up more to the change laws. Especially to ask.
the board just felt great about as far as anticipating the areas of impact. It should minimizing programs and control. Work on that, but it's
And WJHA and Tri-State all involved in all this. When you set up that schedule, make sure everybody challenges everybody in a professional way and say, hey, to Don's point. If you be accurate about what we get done, rather than you're in coordinating.
I'm sorry, it's coordinated out there, it's like basically that.
What they do.
Yeah,
Then it's not really something another. Like a work on the PRC. Consulting, testing.
and knowing that humans are humans, impress upon them that we want accuracy, not bravado. Yeah, I could do a stop on one of the accurate so that schedule of stuff so that everybody gets that.
No surprises. So, I think the Mr. Adams and the board's wrapping up the architect of the manufacturer, some color samples, some starting stock items versus numbers, so they're setting some samples, but that's not it. Sure, we have, there is show it onto, the meat by Bel Air, flush up.
You know, I don't want something that you don't have for a year.
So no more, it's part of the green blue.
No, that's,
Go plant-based, they're good as spec, so.
thank you.
And there's a vapor barrier, which we confirmed that's part of
Oh, yeah,
it now.
it is.
Yeah, so that was,
I think that-
yeah, I was under the impression it wasn't involved, and then when, Coonsby set the spec out, we talked to whatever. So there is a vapor layer on top of the slab and under the adhesive, right? Yeah.
It's pretty cool, it's kind of a chance, so. That's, yeah, that's.
How do they apply it? Out of curiosity. On a trowel.
Well, they have grinded bed.
Somebody's on their hands and knees applying that whole.
So you didn't want to play there is. They're both levels, they wanted it. First up, yeah, it's more of a solid level.
Perfect.
So it costs.
Perfect.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And how long did it test before they feedback?
That's just 1 days, actually, another pasture. Excellent work, all right, good. Everybody's got their head wrapped around it now as well, back and forth with the spec and the manufacturer, the product and the pull test and. Everybody's.
So how many people are gonna be standing around when they do the pull test? I wanna be there. You don't wanna be there? Yeah, one guy pulling.
Check. $17,550. $29,700 to go, so they're roughly halfway.
I'll make a motion to pay it.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Yeah. McGee Middle School classroom upgrades.
The funding was approved by Board of Finance, Council and Board of Finance, so prior to where they'll be getting a contract with Mail. Begin their design services. We'll work on that, and then once it's ready, continue discussion on funding the fees.
To give a timeline for it?
I have to look back. Like I said, I think the anticipation of throughout 2026, and, summer, fall, try to ramp up. Quarter in Michigan.
So, up in here.
Yeah. There's no, I don't think any urgency, I don't believe there's no current funding in place, or we know that it's gonna be a couple of years out. Right, so they know that they have.
And also done in phase, it's hard to guess, I don't know, you can't shut down. Or,
Right?
or,
1, 2, or 3, or however many classes at a time. But
Right.
We know there's some breathing room, it's not an urgency to hurry up and wrap the plan.
yeah. Library, town hall and library roof replacements.
Town hall wrapped up in the last meeting, the paperwork, they're gonna do the final inspection of the building department. The only additional funds were transferred, or I'm sorry, here's the contract for the order. So that's all set and signed on. And they did come back with some warranty items that were dropped. Noted
So the leaks one.
some leaks noted, we actually had third party coming also this for help with report documentation.
Was it roof related or fascia related or non-roof related? What?
Or design.
Or, yeah.
The ice acoustic. Don't drifts, the way the water is running off some.
It is noted in project file that it's an area of deficiency.
Mike was kind enough to take some pictures one evening of the field visits also that we did, and contractors were very responsive to about.
What's wrong?
No, I just happened to go out the back and see it dripping. I'm like, oh, I don't think Doug knows about it. So I took a picture and I said, and we had another one. So they just did both or 3 on the same day or what.
Crazy things that happen this year with water and ice and snow.
With the ice and snow shield we shouldn't have any, anyway,
Yeah.
with the ice and snow shield.
Right, well,
There's only 6 feet anyways.
but it's 6 feet, now there's that long overhang, and 6 feet from the edge of the overhang probably isn't long enough. It's 6 feet in the middle of it. Oh, but, well, that's what I'm hoping, so that might be 9 feet, judging on. Yeah, should, right,
Few areas over for the plants.
but there's leaks and ice dams, so.
Somebody, or put on a library, so I would know, like in building fishing. Yeah, I have to worry about. So yeah, lessons learned on this is some items to be careful both of them. The state has both the re-roofing and the next one, basically they're out bid right now. With pretty good bids when they're due, we'll bring it back, but on the funding, the way you stand, and how it works.
Yeah. I'm glad they're responsive, that's a good sign. All right, so I have here an application,
That
increased
is-
funding approval for the record, in other words, this is one we approved last month.
I put the agenda item there in front of all that
Yeah,
to just show you that it's just kind of we put it in the last month's meeting minutes,
just for record.
contingent
On the
upon
funding.
the
approval,
funding,
right.
and so
Right.
now I just showed that we've submitted it and it's been submitted, but wanted you to have it for the record.
And then
That was part of it. Yes. Application 5.
Yeah, it was all done. Both into the bill and the change order is one item. And that all got approved by council and board of finance. Or was it just council? Oh, both, yeah, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Community center, air quality.
Separate project, part of the grant, that's out there also, pretty cheap.
Timberland, bunker.
Saul is on. Saul, you still there?
Let me wake up. This is a long meeting.
So they want to know what's going on with the bunkers.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me. We restarted today.
Today, really
We broke
good.
ground again today.
How many you got
can
left?
you guys hear me? The volume, it's a little like muffled. So you guys can hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we broke ground again today. We have 3 holes that needs all the work. So it's hole 15, 16, and 18. Hole 13, 14, and 17, they just need cement. So that's no big deal. You know, in 3 days, we could cement all those holes when weather allows us. So it's a good thing we're starting before we actually open, so it doesn't disturb play that much, hopefully. So
All right, so how did it look surviving under 6 weeks of snow?
the grass, they're very healthy. We didn't see any, spots of fungus or, viruses. Holes 1 through 12 are good to go, right? There's nothing else we need to do there for those bunkers from holes 1 to 12. So it's nice to have those out the way. But even the sod came, they connected properly over the winter in the front 9. So, and, we'll see the next couple of days if the drainage actually works. It's going to rain. So,
Or snow.
Yeah. Good. So you guys are pleased so far?
very much. I mean, we can't say enough about Pace Landscaping and the work that they've already have done, up to this point. They had a good pace, no pun intended, over the fall season, where they accomplished a lot and they put us into a good position, even though we had a break, a winter break. So definitely would recommend them for other things, and hopefully they can do other projects for us at the course.
Good. Anybody else? They find any of Norton's Eric tee shots in the woods?
He's online.
You know that, Tom. Hey, hey, Tommy. Tom,
What was that?
listen. The winter was a blessing and a curse in respect that all the snow and the rain that we had. But if we went up there today, I was up there today having lunch, and the bunkers worked exactly as they were supposed to, because there were no, from what you can see on the bunkers that didn't have ice in them, you could see that they were properly drained. There were no puddles, right? So listen, it did what it was supposed to do.
The test, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, do it right, do it once, and then let's just go forward, right? I mean, this is. But yeah, thank you guys for all your help. That's all.
Okay. What about the bridges?
Well, I'll just give a quick update. I sent around revisions to the scope, and I did track changes so you can see what I changed in red. And essentially, it's just adding grading of the bridge approaches or ramps. The wetland report. Oh yeah, my copies are here. Added the benchmark that the surveyor could set. And on the deliverables, added a note that have to be paper and electronic on the final deliverables. So that's as it stands, and we could chop it up into two bids or two RFPs. One would be design, permitting, get to the bid package, and then second could be construction admin. But it's up to you guys. It's nice when you have the designer going all the way through. And then what do you want to do? Yeah, because it won't require like full time. Be okay, we're doing this, and you come down and take a look. So I think it'd be spot. We do the sidewalks like that too. Before they pour, they get the pre-pour inspection, and then some of the other stuff where they need to be called out. So this scope can be converted to an RFQ/RFP if you so direct me, unless there's another way you guys want to go or.
And these guys are tied into all the permanent.
There's no one selected yet. This would be a competitive RFP.
Yeah, but I mean, whoever we select ultimately.
We'll do all the permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would include the wetlands, our wetlands commission, probably Army Corps, probably deep. So, for the program. Yeah, it's usually is the.
Like, I mean, we have no choice.
No, you gotta do it.
Well, if we're using low SIP funding, they actually make you do more permitting, and that's what I think Kevin had in line for this project, the construction part of it. The kicker will be how does this get funded? But you guys just direct me to do what we do, and I can work with Marissa, put together an RFP, send the final round, and then go out, and we can see what the numbers come back.
Okay.
And I can talk to Kevin about how we find, it's gonna be 150 or 140 or whatever it's gonna be. And maybe it'll get competitive. Maybe, we only had one quote to work with. That was a great benchmark.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna be 20 grand, it's gonna be up there. So, and there's quite a bit of work here. Can you agree, Mark? Yeah, and it's six bridges. It's not, and even though they're small, each one is a construction site.
You do have a couple.
Yeah, two. Yeah. Yeah, and the other ones would be the H5.
Well, this is the right way to do it. You gotta get a good number or a viable number, whether it's, to our appetite or not in town. That's for town council to figure out.
Right.
But at least we'll get them some information they can then.
Yeah, and then if there's no funding, we could rebid it or hold back, whatever, circle the wagons, whatever you want to do. But there's no. You just go, no funding. You don't even have to give an excuse or a reason if the town has the right to rebid anything.
Right.
I think what I would do, when we get to the bid process, we'll break it down by bridge. You get a cost per bridge.
Okay, on the actual proposal form. Then, okay, I see where you're going. Okay.
So then, that we could fund one or two bridges.
Right. I like that idea.
And then.
Okay.
You do 5, 6, or 7 or whatever to get the funding straightened out. So at least it gets moving. It's not all tied up in one lump sum.
Right.
I'm just gonna lose the economy of scale.
You would, yeah.
Well, you lock them, what I would do is lock them to like a 3-year numbers. They're gonna agree to your number, so then anything outside the third year, you're right, you're gonna have to pay the upcharge. But if we budget in and talk to the contractor, and tell them we're gonna do so many per year for the next 5 years or 3 years, it probably hold. Yeah.
So, yeah, the sign didn't change at all, it's gonna be. Right, well, the other, I just absolutely stay flat.
It's the only way we're gonna get it going, because if we throw a huge number at the town, it's gonna take forever to get the funding.
Just to be clear, do you want this separated by bridge on the design RFP as well? I mean, the construction's one thing, but as far as this RFP that would go out.
I would say yeah.
Okay,
It's
well,
gonna-
there's no,
Use the terminology that we use, the phased approach
right,
to the bridges, so therefore everything needs to be standalone for it, each individual bridge.
the only,
The permit can be done all.
yeah, well, I think some of the studies, like the watershed stuff, you'd wanna, I think you'd wanna do
You wanna
that.
understand what's going on.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah, so there could be,
Testing.
yeah, so then, design,
But
like,
the design, actual design of the.
you could hold back. After you've done the base, like, you got the survey, you got hydraulics, hydrology, water, all that stuff. Okay, all right, I'll, work on fine tuning that and send something around and we'll, see where it lands.
Brilliant.
Brilliant?
Thank you. London last.
Pretty nice.
Brilliant.
All right, so,
You got the adjective in front of them.
oh, right.
What are you doing?
So, okay, I have my marching orders.
And these guys leave.
Saul or Jim, do you have any comments on that, Coach?
No, I just thank you guys for your time on this project. Appreciate, all your efforts and helping us, with this part of it. It's way above my head, so.
No, it's not.
Well, I'll second that. Thank you all for your help.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Okay.
Just get it moving, that's all. Let's get this thing done. All right. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Next is the Demore Linda Bittner Memorial Pool Complex splashback. Well, he is the expert.
Well, I do know a few things. And as you know, the Weston and Sampson did 6 concept plans that Parks and Rec was kicking around, and you saw those. They went out to you guys. They also did, Weston and Sampson did the wetland delineation, the flagging, and also the report, which I sent around to you guys too. So that supports their bill. Jen signed off on the 2 bills that, the 2 bills that you got. Tonight, I don't know what the outcome was, but they were circling in on one design, which I think was number 2, which everyone seemed to like.
2 and 6 were the ones I
Yeah,
remember.
so
Yeah, but
after tonight's meeting, there may be a plan, and if it comes out, I'll circulate it if Jen or Donna don't do that before.
Yeah,
Out there.
Not there yet? Okay. So, anyway, so they're grappling which plan is the plan, so that Weston and Sampson can go full bore on the final, for the preliminary
I was
design.
amazed, believe it or not, with how much parking there is.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And with adding things, that's, yeah. And it's a tight site,
very good.
Yeah, so.
But that
Weston-
idea of the circle.
Well, I agree with that, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking plows, I'm thinking Woody's trailers, and anyone else who goes down the end of that street, how are they gonna get out without going through the parking lot? So the turnaround was, and it actually, the way they've done it is, it's sort of integrated into most of the concept plan. Didn't really stand out. Brilliant night. Yeah. So that's where that stands, so it's going. 2 bills there, and, they were signed off by Jen, and I also know enough about what's going on to say that, yeah, I think they'll accept it.
Yeah. I saw that email that went around, maybe in the future ones, said Jen just checked off everything.
Well, she gave them to me, she goes, those are my check marks on there. I'm like, because I thought they were so neat. I'm like, are those part of are they a font or something? So, anyway, yeah.
Just have her put her initials on.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody else does, and
Right.
just so we know, she did it.
You know what? That'll happen on the next set of invoices.
Then we have 2 invoices for Weston and Sampson.
February and March.
Okay, there's no, so we have a February invoice, which would be the first one, of $3,200.
Everyone should pay.
Second,
Second,
Oh, I'll second that.
thank you.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then we have an invoice for March for $9,460.
That was sort of what.
This is for phase one site survey, conditions, geotech evaluation, schematic design.
That's all right there.
Make a motion with that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we're off on the splashdown. I can't wait till we get to the building. Outdoor laboratory.
We're excited about that.
Public Building Commission. All right, the Scarville Field track replacement.
Yes, so as you know, the geotech evaluation was done. It kind of raised more questions than maybe it answered. So your charge was to get a proposal or more than one proposal to, for a, more of a high level look. So Woody got one from Weston and Sampson, which I have, extra copies here. I think I sent it out a couple of weeks ago, so it's probably old news, but, essentially it was to do what you asked. Look at all the desktop, all of the drawings, the geotech evaluation, advise if more testing is warranted, develop, then actually, when I counted the scenarios, it said, the quote was to develop 3 scenarios, and then when I added them all, it was almost like 5, with mill and pave, pulverize in place, remove, replace asphalt. So, basically present the options, present the costs, and then present it to us and with a technical memo as well as a graphic, and that was for $9,600. In just conversations with a couple of you, I reached out to SLR, who also gave a splash pad, a presentation at the splash pad interviews. They did a nice job, and they also have a recreational athletic field division. So I want to get a quote from them, and we're just going to get one more, so we'll get 3 quotes. So I
In
think
addition to all this technical stuff, are they gonna recommend which one of the 5?
I would think so. That's what we asked
I
for.
think we asked them for that.
Their analysis. will-
Yeah, recommendation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in there.
In theory, it'll come to a conclusion. It won't be open-ended like you can pick one. What we're
No.
looking for is a little guidance on which one, in your professional opinion.
Right.
will be.
And we can
Theory.
confirm with that the deliverer will be like, hey, this is number 1. This is the way
Yeah.
we think you should go. So essentially, it'll be the same scope.
Well, if we don't want buys us next time, there may be an option where we can put a repair or patch on it, and it'll get us
Right.
15 years.
Oh, okay.
You know, where a brand new track would get us, 25 to 30 years. I just like some insight on that.
Okay. So essentially, we're gonna get 2 more quotes, and I'll present them next month. Or as they come in, but then we'll talk about it next month.
New business. The senior center parking lot improvement project minus the public building, so.
Yes.
It sounds familiar.
Well, I think I gave you an early tsunami warning
Yeah,
at
you did.
a couple of meetings ago, so, Willard, no, you guys have done such a good job with the parking lots that they want you to do another one.
You're the truck wash expert, you're the splash pad expert,
I'm not,
There it is, the parking lot.
there's the parking lot expert.
I know, I think
Florida,
this area here, you know.
if you're gonna put new lighting on it, but you can't do it to blind people driving down the road like the last one. And those lights never shut off, do they?
But Willard?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I think
go
it was like 1 in the morning, my truck light was still on.
Okay,
Well, check it out.
that's a wet work order.
And there's still some field.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah. All up on months.
But they're
what they
bright.
do for
You can see frogs in the pond.
That was a budget job.
No, that was a public works job, right?
Must have lighting on the field, we're going to have to, that came out.
They're starting to use it again soon. Fields are opening up. So, and it's we sitting back, we'll get more feedback.
Because I didn't hear anything positive or negative either way.
We will shortly.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this referral, $80,000, and this, I think was a request by someone on this commission before, like, hey, you should get the money set up before you kick stuff our way. So I got a budget estimate, yeah, I won't point any fingers, but the, I got a budget estimate from a planning firm on what the scope would be to, take the concept plan, which has already been done, which I have here, which I think you looked at before, but I'll bring it out again. Which moves more ADA spots towards the entrance and also increases the parking lot, I think by 16 spaces. So new ADA spaces, reconfigured ADA spaces, and some of these were shifted from this side, and this is all new. Most of it is really just repaving, restriping, and just taking out some landscaping and putting in paving. So it's not big money. But the charge would be for another design firm to come in, take this plan and improve it, try to get more ADA spaces as a total count, because right now, I think it's kind of a net wash, it's just a shift. So get more ADA spaces, try to increase the parking lot, total count, more than 16 spaces. And then, fine tune, get it to final design, permitting, whatever. They'll need to do surveying.
Where's that? Why would you hamstring them to the working off that plan?
Well, this is start, no, this would be a start. This is
Start
what.
from scratch.
No, it wouldn't, this is a concept plan. This is what the town has already done, low cost, it's like $5 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But the designer who did this didn't have detailed survey, right?
Yeah.
So so the survey alone is like 25,000.
Okay.
But the entire site, which we will have, the town will have, going forward, which will be nice, because they have fields and everything else, but, so that's a big chunk of the 80. And then the rest of it really is kind of just take this plan and leapfrog from it and just make it better. And final design, so we can go to P and Z, get permits and everything else. Now, this is being presented to you. This would be my approach to get, go to final design. We can just give them this and say, this is really just a starting point. You look at it fresh.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Why didn't you say, hey, we need X amount of spaces? This is what we had originally thought of. If you could think of something better, put it down. If not, can you improve this? That approach?
Well, it could.
I don't know how much you can improve.
Well,
This site is all.
Right. Well, this will be, I would think, this is a starting point so that they could see you can get at least 16 more spaces and shifting around. But they may have more ideas based on their experience and a detailed review. So,
Yeah, they can have a 4-story parking garage idea.
nah, I don't think so.
Solar car.
What's the structured parking cost? It used to be like 20 grand a space, wasn't it? Too much. Back in the day, I
Or do
remember.
what Usher did in Old Greenwich. Or a parking garage underground. Gotta cost $1 zillion.
You have a parking garage in the building, you gotta have, or waters.
I just spent a fortune on it
Yeah.
years ago. It was car collection down there. And it's
Okay.
never there.
So
There you go.
from what I'm hearing, you actually prefer a fresh look rather
No,
than.
no, I just
Yeah.
wondered why you would, if you're going to go out, give them both. This is how we started.
Yeah.
But you, the expert, who might have a greater idea, we want 142 spaces and X amount of.
Well, I think it's up to them to come up with the number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't say,
Yeah,
the,
as many as
I think
possible.
the housing authority or the senior center wants 30 more.
Right.
Like, you could do that,
Well, I think that.
but you'd
parking lot
be
over
big
there-
money.
That parking lot's very inefficient over there.
Yeah,
You could add them.
Yeah.
Parking on the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get rid of just some trees and
Yeah.
some of the islands and some of the other stuff.
No, just that they're parked along the side and they got
Yeah.
35-foot aisles.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I think this is a very, very good start. I
Yeah.
think it
Yeah.
just
but
turn it over to
again,
maximize
yeah.
the parking.
but again, the charge was, and this was back to the Erosa days, was not big money. It was low hanging fruit. Well, he was just saying, can we tweak it to move them?
Yeah.
Now, like, yeah, we could do a $500,000 improvement on it. This is right now is about 180, 200,000, you know?
But if you get both, then you, and you
Well,
want to
I know
spend
that.
money on the lower one, it's a lot easier to say, look, it's gonna cost.
Or,
us $8 to do
or if you want, we could have them do 2 options.
I would do phase one, phase two.
You mean phase 1, like modest improvements, phase 2?
No, I would do like,
Oh, you mean,
like this way is phase one, that way going, that way's phase two. Again, thinking multi-year.
Well,
Okay.
you want to at least keep the existing number of parking places.
Yes.
oh, no, yeah, we're not gonna lose any.
Right. Well, at least if you break into phases, you don't wanna.
But the thing is, if they could, like, for example, if this parking lot, okay, I'll write something.
Could be
like that.
reconfigured.
Yeah, like without spending serious
One of
money.
those 24 feet, it's gotta be 40 feet, you know?
Well, I saw designs, there were like 6 different designs someone else did that were completely different from this, and they had a lot of parking. But it was big money, so they went with this for some reason. So, and all of that we would be giving to the designer.
No, you're gonna give them the survey with it?
No, the survey, they would do the survey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of their scope, you know. And maybe we can limit it by, do we really need to, I don't, you know, I think, I would make it, you know, I mean, they have to know where the drainage is and all that, but I don't think they have to go, you know, do the entire.
We'll did all that stuff.
Yeah. And plus, well, actually, this is the housing authority parcel anyway, so really, it's not that. Yeah, so, and I know the drainage piping goes down that way anyway, but I think it's, yeah. All right, heresy.
No, what I'm about to say. I don't think the Little League is nearly the size it was.
5 basically.
Yeah.
5.
So the amount of fields that are in the town has to be cut back. The need for those.
We're all getting fined times on all the games. Someday.
Okay, so the schedule is way better, used a lot less. I was just thinking in terms of, you know, you need that many fields in this area where you could turn one field into a parking lot, like one of the fields down there into a parking lot. Too. Because I know it's not nearly as popular.
Yeah, you don't want to be burning.
Parks and Rec Commission is meeting next month at 6 o'clock, you know,
Yeah, bring that up. Tom.
yeah, you can go down there. Yeah, that's right.
I thought it would be heresy.
Yeah. So, I draft something up with what I heard tonight, and then I'll float it around to you guys.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, parking lot number 2 for the Public Building Commission. But there's money in it. There's money in the piggy bank. For design.
Money.
Yeah, well, you know, that was the complaint we get. You know, you do all this stuff and you go there and you're like, well, where's, you know, town council, or whoever, where is it? Sometimes it's.
Okay, old business, Patterson Way site.
Yeah, at next week's town council meeting, Ryan and Jim Mahoney are trying to get permission for the town council to sign pass-through agreements with the Y for feasibility studies. So what's happening now is a vision, I saw the vision statement, I haven't been involved with the pass-through agreements, but it's gonna be able to, they can use that grant money, which they got permission from the state on, to do the feasibility study, which really is gonna be design work, focused on a Y, hopefully with a pool, I don't know if it's phased or not, so that's where that stands. So things are moving outside of the PVC.
Is this a YMYW? Just a YM? There's no YW in it?
Written or on marriage. 3,000.
Will it be an issue with it not being YW? As well? Okay, I don't know that. I know that.
Such a heritage.
Yeah. No, because in my town back in New Jersey, there was a big issue with that.
Oh, yeah?
They made it a YMYW.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of talk about protest signs.
Wow.
I just bringing it up.
They have to double the houses.
Did you guys get on the second part of this, Patterson Way site, lower lot?
I don't know if Tom's,
that-
Steve did.
No, they're still, the appraisal still hasn't come in, so they haven't talked to the property owner yet about, and I think what's gonna happen is, once that gets worked out conceptually, like, he says, yes, the appraisal and everything matches in the town, whatever, then it's gonna go to P and Z for a section 824 review, and then we'll bring in QA&M to do the other stuff, which is, the wetlands, the survey, the lot line, revision for Roblewski's, shift, nearest driveway, and utilities, and so on. So right now, everything's hinging on the appraisal and then the deal,
Those moves.
the term sheet, let's call it, yeah, it's moving, yeah, it is,
Okay, good.
all right? Forgot about that.
Thank you.
Yes, the Worthington meeting house, that's.
Waiting on the revised proposal for Q and A, updated proposal for.
Ball in their court.
All encompassing proposal. They cover all their bases.
Details in order.
Okay.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Woof.
I can't second it.
I thought Tom does it.
But yeah, Salmina's probably.
Second it.
That was Jason, wasn't it?
No.
You beat-
All
you
in
beat
favor?
Tom.
Aye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Tom, who's winning?